Welcome back to AI ToolBox. Are you ready for another deep dive? Today we're taking a look at Adobe Illustrator and some pretty awesome AI features they recently added.
Oh, yeah, these are really interesting.
Yeah, they're going to change things up big time for designers.
It really is fascinating to see how AI is being baked into the tools creative professionals use every single day.
It absolutely is. We're talking about a whole suite of AI features that were launched on July 23, 2024.
Big day for design.
Yeah, it wasn't just your typical routine update. It was like flipping a switch and bringing AI right into the core of vector graphics.
No. And it's all powered by Adobe's Firefly Vector 2 model.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
So this is really where the magic happens.
Okay.
This model lets Illustrator work with vectors in a way we've never seen before.
So let's break down these new features.
Sounds good.
First one that's really got me excited is Generative Shape Fill.
Oh, yeah.
This one's a real head spinner.
For sure.
Imagine you've drawn a shape in Illustrator. It could be anything like a star, a circle, a square, whatever, right? Now, instead of manually filling it with a color or a pattern, you can just type in what you want, like a futuristic cityscape at sunset.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then Illustrator will use the Firefly model to instantly generate a unique illustration that fits perfectly within your shape.
It's wild.
It's like having an AI assistant that can just read your mind.
You got it.
And it can actually create what you're envisioning.
Yeah, and so you're not limited by your own drawing skills anymore or the time it takes to create those really complex illustrations.
That's a huge one for me.
Yeah.
I can imagine just how much time this will save.
It's a big deal, and the best part is you're still the one in control.
Right, you're guiding it.
Exactly. You can adjust all sorts of parameters.
Like what?
Oh, the level of detail, you want the color palette, the tone, and you can even reference specific artistic styles.
Okay.
So you can really guide how the AI creates the image.
So it's really like a partnership.
Exactly.
It's like having this supercharged design partner who can translate your ideas into visuals.
Right, and it doesn't just generate a static image. You can keep tweaking and refining it until you get it just right. So you have complete control over the final product.
I love that.
Then we have text to pattern.
Okay.
This one's equally impressive.
What does this one do?
So this feature lets you create seamless and intricate patterns just by typing in a few words.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Imagine typing tropical leaves and flowers on a turquoise background and having Illustrator instantly generate this gorgeous pattern that you can then apply to any shape.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah, right.
I can already see this being used in so many ways, from designing textiles and patterns for clothes to creating custom backgrounds for websites or even social media graphics.
But yeah, absolutely.
Such a versatile tool.
And again, the level of customization here is amazing.
Okay.
You're not getting just a cookie cutter pattern.
Right.
You have control over the colors, the elements, the density, the scale, all the details that make it your own.
That's amazing.
Now let's talk about Retype. This one might seem a little less flashy at first, but it's seriously useful for anyone working with typography.
So this is the feature that lets you extract vector fonts directly from images, right?
That's it.
Sounds too good to be true.
I know, but it gets even better.
Okay.
So Retype not only extracts the font, but it also intelligently matches it to similar fonts in your library.
Whoa.
Making font management super easy.
I can see why designers would be so excited about this.
Yeah, and as a bonus, it auto-fills the background of the text that you've extracted, so it's ready to be incorporated into your designs.
That's a huge time saver for anybody who's struggled to identify a font from an image.
It is, it really is.
Especially designers who are always working with existing assets.
So these are 3 game-changing features: Generative Shape Fill text to pattern and Retype.
Yeah, they all seem pretty amazing at first glance.
Yeah.
But do you see any downsides or anything we should be cautious about?
With any new technology, there's always a learning curve. Designers who are used to traditional workflows might need some time to adapt.
Right.
And also, AI isn't perfect.
Yeah.
So there might be times when the generated content isn't exactly what you had in mind and needs some tweaking.
Right.
But what's really cool about these features is the level of customization they offer.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that.
You really do have a lot of control over the final output, and you can fine-tune it to perfectly align with your vision.
So it's really a collaboration.
It is. It's about the AI working as an extension of your own creativity.
So it's not about replacing the designer. It's about giving them superpowers.
Exactly.
I love that.
These features empower designers to be more efficient, more creative, and ultimately have a bigger impact.
Yeah, and I've been seeing a lot of buzz online about these new features.
Oh,
The design community seems really excited, calling it a paradigm shift in how design work gets done.
And they have every right to be excited.
Yeah.
These are genuinely innovative tools that have the potential to change how we approach design.
It feels like we're standing on the edge of a new frontier.
It does, doesn't it?
It's both thrilling and a little bit daunting.
Totally agree.
But it feels like with tools like these, the possibilities are kind of endless.
I think they really are.
It's an exciting time to be in the design world.
Couldn't agree more.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, though, let's zoom back in and look at some specific examples of how these features are being used in the real world.
Let's do it.
And then we can talk about what this all means for the future of design.
Sounds good. So what's really fascinating about these features is their potential to transform not just graphic design, but a whole range of industries.
Oh, absolutely. I can see that.
Like, it's not hard to imagine generative shape fill text to pattern and retype being used in fields like fashion,
Yeah.
product design, architecture, maybe even film and animation.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, like in fashion, imagine being able to design custom textiles
Right.
with AI-generated patterns that are tailored to a specific garment or a brand's identity.
Exactly.
That would be huge.
The level of detail and uniqueness that text-to-pattern offers could completely revolutionize textile design.
It would be like having an endless library of patterns
Right.
right at your fingertips, all customizable to fit the exact needs of your project.
Yeah, you wouldn't even need to be an expert in textile design software to create something amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in product design, generative shape fill could be a game changer for rapid prototyping.
Oh, for sure.
Designers could just quickly generate and test out dozens of variations of a product's form, explore different shapes and details before committing to a final design.
Yeah, that would speed up the design process so much.
Yeah.
And allow for a much more iterative and experimental approach.
It's almost like giving designers a superpower.
It really is.
The ability to visualize and test their ideas in real time.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed either. It's about expanding the realm of creative possibilities.
Okay.
AI tools can help designers break free from the limitations of traditional design methods and explore totally new forms and aesthetics
That's so cool.
that might not have been conceivable before.
Yeah, it's like AI is opening up a whole new dimension of creativity, allowing us to see and create things that we just couldn't before.
And let's not forget about the impact these tools could have on education and accessibility.
Okay.
Imagine aspiring designers, students, even just hobbyists,
Right?
who might not have the technical skills to create complex illustrations or patterns.
Yeah.
With these AI-powered features, they can suddenly bring their ideas to life,
Yeah.
regardless of their experience.
That's really cool. It really democratizes design
It does.
in a way that's super remarkable. It removes the barrier of needing that technical expertise.
Yeah.
And allows anyone with a creative spark to express themselves visually.
Yeah, it's about empowering a new generation of creators and fostering a more inclusive design landscape
I love that.
where diverse voices can flourish.
It's amazing to think about all the creative potential that could be unlocked by making these tools more accessible and intuitive.
For sure.
But, with any new technology, there are always important questions about how these advancements will impact the industry as a whole.
Right.
Like, how will these tools affect the role of the designer?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Will AI eventually replace human designers?
Yeah.
Or will it just augment their skills
Good question.
and allow them to work more efficiently and creatively?
I think those are questions we're all thinking about.
What are your thoughts? Do you see these AI tools as a threat to designers or as an opportunity?
I think it's an opportunity.
Go ahead.
It's a chance for designers to evolve their skills and embrace a new way of working.
I like that.
Rather than seeing AI as a competitor,
Right.
I think designers should view it as a collaborator,
Yeah.
a powerful tool that can help them achieve things they never thought possible.
So it's not about replacing human creativity,
Exactly.
but amplifying it.
Yes, the best designs will always come from that collaboration between human ingenuity and artificial intelligence.
I like that.
So, the human designer brings the vision, the concept, the emotion, and then the AI provides the tools.
The tools to execute the vision.
Exactly, with speed, precision, and a level of detail that would be impossible to do by hand.
It's like a symbiotic relationship
I think it is.
where both the designer and the AI benefit.
Yeah, and as AI keeps getting more advanced, we can expect that relationship to get even more sophisticated.
Oh, for sure.
More nuanced.
Absolutely. So let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about how these new Illustrator features are already being used.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share any real-world examples of designers creating innovative work with these tools?
Oh, yeah. Let's start with generative shape fill.
Okay.
So one example that comes to mind is branding and logo design.
Okay.
Imagine a designer working on a logo for a new tech company.
Right.
They want something modern, abstract, and geometric. With generative shape fill, they can quickly experiment with different shapes and patterns just by using text prompts
Yeah.
to guide the AI.
So instead of sketching out dozens of ideas by hand,
Right.
they can have the AI generate a bunch of options
Mm-hmm.
based on their criteria.
Exactly.
That would save so much time
It would.
and allow them to explore a wider range of possibilities.
For sure. And then they can refine what the AI creates.
Yeah.
Tweaking the shapes, the colors, the details until they get a logo that's perfect.
It's like having a brainstorming partner
It is.
who can instantly visualize your ideas
That's a great way to put it.
and give you tons of variations.
Now let's look at text to pattern.
Okay.
This is being used in some cool ways in textile design.
Okay.
There's a company that's using text to pattern to make custom fabrics for sustainable clothing brands.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, they work with designers to develop unique patterns based on specific themes like nature,
Okay.
geometry, or cultural motifs.
So they're using AI to create truly original and personalized textiles
Exactly.
that stand out from the mass-produced fabrics we usually see.
And because text to pattern allows for so much customization,
Yeah.
they can create fabrics that are not only beautiful, but also align perfectly with the brand's values.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It shows how AI can streamline things,
Mm-hmm.
but also support ethical and sustainable practices.
Now let's talk about Retype.
Okay.
This one's super valuable for designers working with existing assets,
Yeah.
especially in print and digital media.
Okay.
For example, magazine designers are using Retype to quickly extract fonts from images.
Uh-huh.
It saves them hours of time
Yeah.
they would spent trying to identify or recreate those fonts.
It's got to be so helpful for designers on tight deadlines
Yeah.
who need to incorporate existing visuals.
It really streamlines their workflow
Yeah,
and lets them focus on the creative stuff.
absolutely. And it's not just print media.
Right.
Web designers are using it too,
Yeah.
to extract fonts from websites and online images.
It's all about maintaining consistency in
Right.
branding and typography across different platforms.
It's amazing how these little features can have such a big impact
I can.
on a designer's work.
Yeah.
But let's zoom back out
Okay.
and talk big picture again.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are the long-term implications of these AI advancements?
Well, I think we can expect to see a continued shift
Okay.
toward greater efficiency and creative exploration.
Okay.
As AI takes over the more technical and time-consuming tasks,
Uh-huh.
designers will have more freedom
To focus on ideas.
to focus on the conceptual side of their work,
Okay.
developing innovative ideas and pushing the boundaries.
So it's not just working faster,
Right.
it's working smarter and more creatively.
Exactly. And as these AI tools get more sophisticated,
Yeah.
more intuitive, I think we'll see even more people embracing design
Okay.
as a form of self-expression and creative problem solving.
It's really cool to think about design no longer being exclusive
Yeah.
to professionals, but being this widely accessible tool
Right.
for anybody
Right. For anyone with an idea.
with a story to tell.
Uh-huh.
That's a really inspiring vision.
It is.
It sounds like AI has the potential not only to transform the design industry,
Yeah.
but also to democratize creativity and empower creators.
Totally.
But before we get carried away with the possibilities,
Okay.
let's think about some potential challenges
Sure.
and concerns that come with integrating AI into design.
Yeah. That's important.
What do you think?
Well, one concern is the potential for job displacement
Of course.
as AI becomes more capable.
Yeah.
Some people worry about their jobs.
That's a valid concern, and we should take it seriously.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's not more about adaptation
Okay.
and replacement.
Interesting.
You know, maybe instead of fearing job loss,
Yeah.
designers should focus on upskilling,
Hmm.
learning how to work alongside AI,
I like that.
using these tools to enhance their capabilities and create better work.
I agree. The key is to embrace that collaborative potential of AI, to see it as a partner and not a threat.
I like that.
The best designers will be the ones who are adaptable, willing to learn new skills,
Yeah.
and can integrate AI into their workflows.
So finding the right balance
Exactly.
between human creativity and AI assistance
It's not about choosing one over the other.
Right.
It's about using both
to get the best result.
to create something truly remarkable.
The future of design will be shaped by those who can embrace AI,
Mhm.
while staying true to the core principles of human creativity, ingenuity, and empathy.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's an exciting and challenging time to be a designer.
For sure.
As we explore AI's potential,
Yeah,
it's crucial to do so with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of critical thinking.
well said.
The future of design is in our hands.
It is.
It's up to us to shape it responsibly and creatively. So we've talked about the benefits and the possibilities, but uh, are there any concerns that come with these new AI tools?
Yeah, that's an important thing to think about. While these advancements are promising, it's crucial to approach them with a balanced perspective. I think one area we need to be careful about is accessibility, making sure these tools are available to everyone and not just a select few.
Right, we don't want to see a situation where only big companies or wealthy design studios can afford to use these tools while independent designers and smaller businesses are left behind.
Exactly. It's super important to strive for a design world where these AI advancements benefit the entire creative community, not just a privileged few.
I agree.
We need to push for policies and initiatives that make these technologies accessible to everyone.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Another concern I have is the potential impact on originality and creativity.
Sure.
If everybody is using the same AI tools to generate designs, will we see a homogenization of aesthetics? Will everything start to look the same, and will we lose that diversity of visual voices?
That's a valid concern, for sure. However, I believe that human creativity will always find a way to express itself. I mean, these AI tools are ultimately just tools, right?
Yeah.
It's up to the designer to use them in a way that reflects their own vision and style.
So it's not about replacing creativity with AI, it's about using it as a springboard.
Exactly. The best designers will be those who can use the output from these AI tools and build upon it, add their own unique perspective and artistry.
It's like the AI is giving you the raw materials and the designer is shaping them into a finished work of art.
That's a great way to put it, and it highlights how important it is for designers to really understand these AI tools so they can use them effectively and intentionally.
Right. It's not enough to just know how to use the buttons and sliders.
Yeah.
You need a deeper understanding of how the technology works, its strengths, its limitations, so you can truly harness its power.
Absolutely. And I think that level of understanding will come through experimentation, through pushing the boundaries of what these tools can do.
So it sounds like the role of the designer is changing. It's becoming more strategic, more conceptual.
I think that's a very accurate assessment. As AI takes over more of those technical tasks, designers will need to focus on the bigger picture, the strategy behind a design, its purpose, its message, its overall impact.
It's less about the mechanics of creating the design and more about the why behind it.
Exactly. And that requires a different set of skills, a deeper understanding of human psychology, communication, and how to tell a story visually.
It's amazing to think about how AI is not just changing how we design, but the way we think about design in general.
It's a real paradigm shift, and it's only the beginning as AI keeps evolving. I think we can expect to see even more dramatic changes in the design world.
It's an exciting time to be a designer, that's for sure, but it's also a time for reflection, for us to think critically about how we want to shape this future and ensure that it benefits the creative community and society as a whole.
I couldn't agree more. It's up to us to use these tools responsibly and ethically to create a world where design can be a force for good.
Well said. It looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive into Adobe Illustrator's AI-powered features.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling incredibly inspired by everything we've talked about today.
Me too. It's clear that AI is transforming design in so many ways, and it's up to all of us to embrace those changes, to learn and adapt, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible creatively.
To all the designers listening out there, keep experimenting, keep innovating, and keep your eyes on the horizon. The future of design is bright, and it's yours to shape.
And that's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration of AI's impact on the world.
Until then, keep creating and keep pushing those boundaries. This is AI ToolBox signing off.